much can you see? A question I get asked often. My answer, a 3%, leave people gasping. They soon learn that although I have only 3% sight, I have 97% attitude. How? It's all thanks to my drug, called independence. Independence gives you confidence. It makes you believe you can do anything. At one stage, my addiction was so severe, I thought I was unstoppable and nothing could touch me. I did not need Google, I did not need prune juice. I even thought that karma would not be able to touch me. Madam Contest Chair, ladies and gentlemen, please let me share with you how karma brought me back down to earth. In London, I lived in an apartment block that was set up specifically for independent visually impaired adults. Being the UK, health and safety was high on the agenda. This meant the fire alarms were very sensitive and the evacuation process strict and rigid. Should any of the alarms in any one of the 40 flats be set off, the whole building needs to evacuate. Imagine all those blindies having to rush outside and leap across the road, irrespective of the time of day or the weather. The fire brigade would arrive with sirens screaming and lights flashing. Only once they've assessed the situation, we would be allowed back to our comfy, warm flats. And also only after giving us a health and safety lecture. During this not so short, very exciting lecture, the number of a flat where the alarm was set off would be revealed. Woe to you if this was your flat. My first experience of this painful procedure was when blind blabbermouth Barbara decided to burn toast at 3 a.m. in the middle of winter. Who makes toast at 3 a.m.? I hissed as I realized I forgot my shoes in my rush to evacuate. I turned to a fellow frozen evacuee. If Blabbermouth Bob only spent as much time on improving her cooking skills as she does gossiping, we wouldn't be standing here. I am no master chef, but this will never, never happen to me. Guess what? Karma was listening. As I said, I'm no master chef, but after numerous flops and failures, I have found my signature dish. Popcorn. I make the perfect batch of popcorn. So good am I can do it with my eyes. It was a very rare sunny Saturday afternoon in London. There I was, preparing my signature dish, of course, with my favourite gin and tonic in hand. I had half an ear on the TV and realised the soccer match was on. This explained the buzz amongst my neighbours. Italy versus England. And for a change, England wasn't doing half bad. The start of the second half. Italy won, England won. I'm not a soccer fan, but even I couldn't help getting excited on behalf of my British buddies. There I was, standing in front of my telly, drink in hand, cheering the Poms. Beep, 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 beep. Oh, the alarm screamed through the building. Whoever did this could not have picked a worse time. Stupid blindies. Then I smelt it. burnt popcorn. We were finally let back into our flats, just in time to hear the final whistle go. Italy 1, England 2. How popular was I? Karma was not done yet. A few months later, she hit again. This was a proper English March morning. Cold, wet, miserable. Getting out of bed was so hard. I was running late. Not my fault, my duvet held me hostage. When I finally managed to escape, I rushed to the kitchen, popped my cereal into the microwave, and dashed off to the safety of a warm shower. How lovely. Beep, 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 beep. The alarm screamed again. I was dripping wet, only had time to grab my robe and try and find my cane and rush outside to the rest of the blindies house. Oh, at least I can't see. Big Barry stood leaning on his cane. He muttered, "Who's the blind nutter this time?" No takers. Finally, the fireman appeared. Right, who is in flat 2? Flat 2? But that's me. But how? He presented me with a cereal bowl burned to a crisp. I set the microwave not to 1 minute, but 1 hour. And I forgot the milk. What did I learn from all of this, people? But besides the fact that Karma is a complete cow, I will never stop using independence. It's my favorite drug. I will always believe everything is possible, except maybe for entering MasterChef.